Hello friends, I am Elias, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department, Sandipani Technical Campus, Latur. Today's topic is conjugate beam method example. Now the learning outcomes. After watching this video, student will be able to understand the concept of conjugate beam method, and also student will be able to calculate the slope and deflection by conjugate beam method. Now the theorems. The first theorem is the shear at any point on the conjugate beam is equal, that is in sign and value, to the slope at corresponding point on the real beam. And theorem number 2, the moment at any point on the conjugate beam is equal, that is in sign and value, to the deflection at corresponding point on the real beam. Now the steps here. First is to determine the bending moment diagram for the real beam. Then to set up an additional beam that is called as a conjugate beam, which having the length equal to the real beam. Then to apply the M by EI load on the conjugate beam. The next is to determine the reactions of conjugate beam, also the bending moment or fixing moments. Then to determine the shear force in conjugate beam, where the slope is required in a real beam, and next is to determine the bending moment in a conjugate beam where the deflection is required in real beam. The next is important here are the sign conventions. So sagging bending moment for real beam, it gives a positive M by EI diagram, and hogging bending moment for real beam gives the negative M by EI diagram. The next is the positive M by EI diagram means upward loading for the conjugate beam, and negative M by EI diagram means downward loading for the conjugate beam. Positive shear for conjugate beam means anti-clockwise rotation of tangent drawn to elastic curve with respect to original position at corresponding point in a real beam and vice versa. And last one is the positive bending moment for conjugate beam means upward deflection of a corresponding point in a real beam and the vice versa. Now we take here the example. Suppose this is a earth cantilever beam which is subjected to a 50 kN load at the free end. This end is A and this end is B. Now suppose here this having the different moment I here. Now suppose this is I and this is the 2I. So this length is 2 meter and this length is the 2 meter. So here find slope and deflection at free end. So first step is to draw the BMD. Now we draw here the BMD for this beam, that we know this is a hogging bending moment here. Now first we draw the, considering this beam as a EI constant. So here is the 50 into 4 divided by the EI. Now we take the effect of this change of I here. Now at this here, means at this location, we know the bending moment is 50 into 2. So we can say that here is a, that is 50 into 2 here divide by the is I. So here divide by this EI. Now at this junction there is a again this having the 2I. So here this is to be reduced, and also here is 50 into 4 divided by the 2 EI. So we have made the 2. So this length get to here reduced. So here is 50 into 2 at the 2 EI. Now this value is for at this location, and is 50 into 2 divided by EI for this location. Now we remove this. So this is the BMD for this cantilever beam. In the span 4 meter, and the 2 meter is 2I and 2 meter is I. And we know this diagram is a negative. Now next is to construct a conjugate beam. So we know by the conjugate beam we require the slope and deflection at a free end. So in case of the conjugate beam we have to make the fixed end to free end. So in the real beam there is a free end, but in the conjugate beam we have to make it a fix, so that we got here the shear force and bending moment. So shear force at that location is a slope at that location in the real beam, and the moment in the conjugate beam that is equal to deflection at that point in the real beam. So for the by this method of application we have to make this free end as a fix in the conjugate beam, and make the free end which is a fix in the original beam. So this is the conjugate beam having the length 4 meter. Now we have to apply this load. By sign convention we know here the hogging bending moment for real beam is negative, and this negative M by EI diagram means is a loading for downward loading for the conjugate beam. So here apply this load on this beam. This is the M by EI diagram. So this diagram is the M by EI diagram, and this is the loading for the conjugate beam. So apply this load on this beam. So we make here now this in this way. If you apply here, so this is a 100 by EI, then this is the 50 is 2 gets the cancel out, so 50 by EI, and this is a 50 to 4, the 200 divided by 2, so this again is 100 by EI. Now this loading is a downward, so we make here this loading as downward, so in this way. We are using this sign convention that negative bending moment is offers a downward loading. This is the conjugate beam. This is the conjugate beam. Now here we first find this reactions. This is A now, and this we know is a B. So this is vertical, this is downward load, so this reaction is a upward, so that is the RB. Now this creates the anti-clockwise, so we assume this direction of fixed movement is this MB is the clockwise. Now here first our aim is to find the RB. So for that RB is the total load on the beam is RB. So RB is equal to the total area of this the MI diagram. So here we make some changes here. So make the partition. So here making one partition here. Like this. So this is the, suppose this is the first part, then here this is second part, and this is third part. Now this 100 upon EI is a total height. Now here this 100 upon EI is a total height, is 100 by EI. Now here this height, now we know this is a 50, so this is a 50, so 100 minus 50, so this height is a 50 by EI. This total height here is 100 upon EI. So now RB is equal to this area of this diagram. So first is 50 into 2. Here this distance is 2 meter, and this distance is a 2 meter. So 50 into 2 divided by EI, then plus here this triangle number 2, 1/2 base is 2 meter, and this height is the 50 by EI. Then third one, this triangle, so base 1/2, base is 2 meter, and height is the 100. So this 2 bits they cancel out. This is 100, this is 50, so 150, and this is 100. So this RB is become 250 divided by the EI. Now next is our aim is to find this the MB. So we consider here this sigma MB equal to 0. So clockwise the positive and anti-clockwise negative. So this is clockwise, so MB is a clockwise, and these all are anti-clockwise, so divide minus. Now first, this is the first our area. Now it's a 50 into 2 into, now we are taking the moment about this A. So this is a 1 meter from here, and plus 2, so this is a 3 meter. So it is a divided by the E. Then next is this triangle. So first we write the area 1/2 this base into height into, now here from this apex is 2/3 plus 2. So here multiply 2 plus 2/3 of the 2. Then again the third triangle. So first is area 1/2 base into the height into here directly this is the apex here. So from apex is the 2/3 of this 2. Here is a divide by the EI, 2/3 of this 2. So this MB becomes that is equal to 0. So we got here MB is equal to 600 divided by EI. So we got here RB is equal to 250 by EI and MB is equal to 600 by EI. So next is to find the slope and deflection at the free end. So slope at B, that is equal to the slope at B in real beam. So if you write here the in real beam, that is equal to the shear force at B in conjugate beam. In conjugate beam. So slope at B that is equal to the is theta B. So that is equal to now the shear force at B. Now here shear force at B in the conjugate beam. So now at here, if we take the shear force at B, that is this RB, and this RB is from right side is a negative. So that we can say that is a minus the RB. You know, if you take the just LHS of this RB, so that if you take it from the right side, so this from the right side upward force is a negative, that is a minus RB. Or we can make the summation from the left side, that is also from left side downward force is a negative, so that is also the minus RB. So we can say that here it is minus RB is equal to the 250 divided by EI. So theta B is equal to 250 by EI. So here this negative sign indicates the clockwise. Slope is a clockwise. So we can say that is a 250 divided by EI, and this slope is the clockwise. Then next part is the deflection at B. So next part is the deflection at B. That is equal to the bending moment at B. Bending moment at B in conjugate beam. In a conjugate beam. We want the deflection at B in the real beam. So that is equal to the bending moment at B in the conjugate beam. So we can say delta here at the B, that is equal to now. So bending moment at B, so here at B is the MB, and this creates the hogging bending moment. So that is why is a minus. So that is minus the MB. So delta B is equal to minus 600 divided by E. Here this negative sign indicates the deflection is the downward. We already write the sign convention. So it is a 600 divided by EI, and this deflection is the downward. So in this way you have to calculate the slope and deflection in the beam by using the conjugate beam method. Thank you.